Zach Byron squaring up to each other, it looks like. So Bambu is incensed. He's saying that someone's done something to him. Anyone's friend on Carshalton side, certainly, but late drama here, calming down.
It's everyone else's fault, isn't it?
Yeah, everyone else here.
That was a great shot.
I think he was given man of the match today by someone, and excuse me a second. I think he was given man of the match today.
All the way out to Michael Azaya, and now Jordan Cheadle wearing his trademark yellow boots. As a poke, ooh, wasn't too far away. It was a 30-35 yarder from Cheadle. It took everyone by surprise. Healy on halfway, steals in, and that's a lovely ball for Sabamu. He's onside, but it just runs away from him. Just had a little bit too much pace on it. It's a very windy day here at May Place Road East. Blocks it away, but it's lofted forward by Andrews, looking for his two strikers, and they want a free kick, and they've got it. Dudley just came in behind the back of Kweku Answer there. So the left-footed Proberts could in-swing it here. 7 minutes on the clock. It is going to be Proberts. It goes in towards the back post, and it's a header by Jack Barry. Just rather flicked it towards goal rather than got any power on it, and Billy Bishop just lets it sail past his far post. He's now with Byron, and now back to Patterson, who can swing it in with his left if he fancies. He dinks it into the near post, and Bishop called for that, but Aziayu was taking no chances, and he clears it. He's got Healy and Corboa for company. Corboa rather falls in front of the number 9, and eventually the referee says it's obstruction. Peter Adonai not happy with that decision at all. The referee said that Corboa got his hands on the ball at one point, but I couldn't see it myself. There's 4 or 5 green shirts in there. Carshalton have got everyone back behind the ball bar Karoma. It's played short to Probert this time, who makes a bit of ground and gives it to Pattinson to deliver across the 6-yard box, and Healy had to deal with it. Answer and Healy tussle for that, and Answer just hooks it for Kessie, and he's got a little bit of space here. He's in behind, but the linesman's flagging for a foul, saying that Danny Dudley may have pulled him back slightly or just put him off. I mean, the finish was woeful from about 20 yards by Kessie. He took it early, but the linesman was flagging. I thought maybe offside to start with, but the referee's just talking to Danny Dudley and explaining why he's given it. Yellow cards for the Carshalton number 5. Didn't look like an awful lot in the challenge, to be honest with you. It might have been a free kick if there was a little tug, but a booking, not in my book. But Probert will take this right on the apex of the Carshalton box on the near sides. He's got Pattinson for company if he wants to go short. Carshalton have got 3 in the wall. Billy Bishop just lining it up. It's a rather small wall with Bradford, Healy and Corboa. But Probert goes for goal, and there's a head, and he's missed. It's unbelievable. I think that was Jack Berry there. He should have buried that. The Phoenix Sports number 6. A completely free header, threw himself at it. I was waiting for the net to bulge. Billy Bishop didn't even move, and he's put it wide. Big chance there. 21 minutes gone. Slides in and wins the ball, but it breaks for Kessie, who's peeled out onto the right-hand side. He's got Dudley for company. 1 step over, 2 step over, cuts it on his left, and Aziayo takes no prisoners, takes no chances, and quakes it out. Here cheering their boys on as Ryan Healy puts his foot through another challenge and stops Kessie from turning on halfway. Andrews just trots forward. He's going to take another throw. But here's Tommy Bradford now, just trying to play an early ball on halfway, and Robinson now back on the pitch, and Ryan Healy went in late there against Answer. The pair have squared up, and Michael Aziayo has gone in. It's Carvalho actually, not Answer, and Aziayo has reacted quite strongly there. He's pushed Carvalho away. Healy was a little bit late. The whistle had already gone, and he'd gone up for a header, but he did automatically put his hand straight out to apologise to the Phoenix Sports number 7. It's going to be a free kick right on halfway for Phoenix Sports. Probert's going to take it. Looks like he's their dead ball specialist. It's all sorted out, and now Probert can launch it towards the Carshalton 18-yard line. Bishop thinks about coming, and he does, but he doesn't get there. Answer holds the ball up, and gives it out wide to Patterson, who tries to dink it in towards the near post. It stands up in the wind, and it's an attempted overhead kick there by Answer. He didn't get much on it, and it's Carshalton clear it away. Tommy Bradford to take this one. 8 goals for Bradford so far this season. Not quite the 34 that he got last term, but 16 assists shows his importance to the team. And he curls this towards the penalty spot, and it's there! Calvin Moraf-Gibbs straight in, direct header, completely unchallenged. It's his 4th goal of the season. I told you he's not the biggest, but my word, he gets a few goals. It was a good delivery by Tommy Bradford. He whipped it in towards the penalty spot. Completely free header, and that makes it 1-0 to Carshalton Athletic. Answer will look to hold the ball up, and Patterson, now they break Phoenix Sports, and as he got the pace to hold off Ketty. It's 1-on-1, and he just takes no chances, puts it straight out for a throw. Phoenix Sports looking to take this quickly, which they do. Patterson now, he's got space in front of him as he tries to knock it into Answer, but too much on the through ball, and Aziayo just knocks it back to Billy Bishop, who knocks it out of play. Trying his best to hold it up, and Corboa just couldn't get away with it. The referee said it was a foul by Bambu in the build-up anyway. So another free kick to Phoenix Sports. They've locked in 6 people. Probert's delivered it in towards the near post. It's taken a slight knock. They want a penalty, and he skied it over the lad. Oh, couldn't see who it was. Maybe Carvalho. They're shouting for a penalty. The ball got delivered into the near post area, and there was a bit of a coming together between 2 or 3 players. And the ball dropped for, I think it was Answer, and he blasted it sky high over the bar from about 6 yards. The home players incensed. They want a spot kick. Probert deals with the ball, and there is the half-time whistle. Phoenix Sports 0, Carshalton Athletic 1. The goal coming on 37 minutes. A corner to Carshalton on the near side was floated in by Tommy Bradford. And we've had a little bit of afters in the aftermath of the half-time whistle here. So Bambu and Zach Byron squaring up to each other, it looks like. So Bambu is incensed. He's saying that someone's done something to him. There's a big crowd of players here. Ryan Healy is being held back by Calvin Moraf-Gibbs, and I don't know what's going on here, but Zach Byron, the Phoenix Sports number 4, is being pushed away by both sets of players here. He's not anyone's friend on Carshalton's side, certainly, but the linesman now telling Byron to go away as well. Manager Peter Adonai, he's got his arm round Bambu, just trying to calm him down. Late drama here. Not quite sure exactly what happened. Welcome back to May Place Road. Phoenix Sports 0, Carshalton Athletic 1. Calvin Moraf-Gibbs goal in 37th minute, the difference between the 2 sides. And it's an early free kick to Phoenix Sports inside the Carshalton half. Ashley Proberts, the dead ball specialist from the first half, whips this in towards the back post, and Ola Sabamu, and then Ryan Healy trying to clear it, but the ball's broken for Kessie, the top goal scorer for Phoenix Sports, but the ball's been smuggled out wide, and Carvalho can't keep it under control, and it goes out for a throw-in. Getting his hands dry so he can launch this forward. It's quite a long throw, and so Bambu loses out to Carvalho, and Moraf-Gibbs can't get it under control. It's on the edge of the Carshalton box. That's an early side turn. It's a great goal! Fantastic strike. Phoenix Sports back on level terms. Christy Patterson from 20 yards. He's beaten the dive of Billy Bishop and pretty much into the top corner. Game on here at Mayfield Roads. And now Billy Bishop suffering from the same problem that Steve Phillips did in the first half. He can't get his goal kicks over halfway, and Phoenix Sports break with the goal scorer Pattinson on the far side. Great block by Danny Dudley to stop the cross from getting in, and he comes away with the ball as well, but it's a poor pass and Andrews cuts it out. Carshalton have to deal with the return ball. Cheadle into the feet of goal scorer Moraf-Gibbs. He doesn't keep it under control, and Carvalho takes it inside of him, but the referee's given another free kick to Phoenix Sports. That looks very, very, very soft from where I'm sitting. It was poor control by Moraf-Gibbs in the first place, but Carvalho stole in and took it round the centre back, and the referee said he's taken him down, but didn't look like he touched him to me. Phoenix Sports managed to smuggle the ball away, and it's a neat pass from Carvalho into answer, who's got Patterson making a break and Kessie down the middle. He goes Kessie down the middle, but Aziaya read that one and he comes across and just shadows the ball. He has to deal with it because he took a touch and he's lumped it up the line to Corboa, who gets a free kick off of Ryan Andrews. A little bit strong, slight push in the back. It'll be a free kick to Carshalton. Phoenix Sports 1, Carshalton Athletic 1. The visitors took the lead on the 37th minute through Calvin Myth-Gibbs' header. But the home side equalised just 2 minutes after half-time through Christy Patterson. But here's Corboa now. Can he do something there? The quick feet of Corboa. He's got onto the edge of the box and he drives the shot across the goal, and Bradford at the back post just stretched and couldn't get anything on it. That was better from Carshalton. Corboa showing a bit of attacking the tent there. Got the ball at his feet and drove towards the edge of the box. Corboa making a run on the outside, but he decides to go long for Sobamba in the box. Can't get anything on it, but Price is there. Price is offside. Wouldn't drop down quick enough for the Carshalton right back, but even so, he was under pressure and the linesman rose his flag. So on the 20-minute mark, but he gets it forward into Carvalho, who's jockeying with Bobby Price, and he's definitely had his shirt pulled back there, and that's good. Now the pair have squared up. They're saying that Price has struck out at him. Carvalho's incensed, he's very angry. He's been led off by 2 men in green. Linesman's come trotting over as well. It's all kicked off here, so to speak. They're saying that Price went in a little bit late after the free kick had already been given. He's saying that he struck him. It was a definite free kick. Raheem Sterling Parker and the goalkeeper Steve Phillips have come all the way out onto halfway, and he's talking to the Carshalton sub striker. Don't know what the referee's going to do here. It's definitely a free kick to Carshalton. It was a definite shirt pull by Carvalho, and he's just having a word with his linesman. The referee should be a booking. I reckon a booking a piece if I was a betting man, but it's definitely going to be a booking for Carvalho because the shirt pull was obvious. He almost ripped the shirt off of Price. Yep, there's the booking for him. Now, what's going to happen with Price, if anything? Well, both players just seem to be falling towards the ground. Referee's just calling the Carshalton captain over now. What colour is the card? He's definitely getting his name taken. The Adonai, the player manager, is asking the linesman what for. It's just a booking for Price. So Peter Adonai is absolutely stressed. I think he's going to get booked as well for swearing at the official.
It's not doing your job, Lionel.
Adonai is saying that the official didn't treat him with respect either. Might have been a bit of dissent. This afternoon is dissipating into disappointment for Carshalton at the moment. Still 1-1. The referee's pulled Adonai over to have a word. So it's been a lively encounter today. The referee's just saying to Adonai he's watching him now. No booking for the Carshalton player manager. It is a free kick to Carshalton. Let's not get bogged down in all of this nonsense. There's less than 10 minutes to go here at May Place Road.
Oi, boy, come on,
We've had 2 big incidents. 2 big frackers, one at the end of the first half and now this one here. Robinson gets his chest on it though, however, and he's round Bradford, but he can't get past Adonai. Now Bradford can break with Sterling Parker. Phillips is backpedaling into his goal. Sterling Parker's got an opportunity to test the keeper here. He gets it through. Oh, it's just wide of the far post. Unfortunate there for the Carshalton number 9. It's the first time we've really seen him in any action since coming on. It was a good ball by Bradford. He just fed it into that channel. He only had Barry for company, and he had the legs of him. But the angle was getting worse and worse as he delayed the shot, and then he rattled it just wide of the far post. Whips it in with that left foot, pumps it forward. Billy Bishop gets a big fist on it, but it drops to Kessie on the edge. And now Carshalton can break. As Aziaya feeds Tommy Bradford, he's got Price coming, bombing forward on the overlap. Goes into the feet of Sterling Parker, who just holds off the attentions of Probertson now cuts inside, but Carvalho's come back and it's just one green shirt too many for Sterling Parker, and he loses possession, and now Carvalho brings the ball over halfway into the feet of Miller, who's only got Morath Gibbs for company, feeds it into Kessie, and now Carvalho can't get there, but the ball breaks to Pattinson, who thought about the shot, but he gives it out wide instead to Kessie, gets it across, and Morath Gibbs makes the block. Danger's not over for Carshalton yet. Kessie's got it on the far side, faced up by Jordan Cheadle. Looks to cut inside, but Cheadle gets his foot on it, and now he feeds Levi Phillips. Has he got the pace to get past Robinson? No, he hasn't. And Sorbamu's done well on the far side just to nick it into Sterling Parker, and now Sorbamu's burst through on the far side. He's cut inside the box, and he's took past 1, past 2, and he's 1-0. It's going to be a goal kick to Phoenix Sports. And Answer just completes the clearance, and Bobby Price done well, and that's it. It's all over. Phoenix Sports 1, Carshalton Athletic 1. It wasn't for the football purists today. The conditions, wet and windy, slick, zipping off the pitch, but Carshalton will feel that there may be 2 points dropped.
I'm James Barrett Sterling. I've been joined by Paul, the manager of Phoenix Sports, after the 1-1 draw with Carshalton Athletic today. Firstly, Paul, how are you feeling about that one afterwards?
If I'm being really honest, I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't get the 3 points after the second half. I thought the first half was fairly even. The wind played a bit of a part, a bit more in the first than it did in the second. But I think, you know, we probably had the better of it in the second. Our keeper, I counted his saves. He didn't, you know, he made no saves all game, and he scored 1 goal. And I think we probably, you know, I am disappointed if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I mean the conditions were pretty poor out there, so it affects both teams obviously. As a manager, how do you legislate for that though?
Well, I leave it up to the captain to decide which way he wants to go. The wind was strong in the first half, it made a big difference, and I think it actually hurt Carshalton a little bit because some of their passing was just running through to our keeper, which, you know, we knew would happen occasionally if we kept a high line. So I think it hurt them. We were expecting a good going forward. We were expecting a tough game, but I think the wind died a bit in the second half, made it a little bit more even wind-wise, weather-wise. But I think, you know, I think we deserved it. I really do.
Christian, what did you make of that one today? I thought it was a very gritty, feisty match overall.
Definitely, yeah. I think we were limited with our chances. The pitch, I think we struggled on the pitch a bit. We're used to the luxury of our sort of carpet back at Colston Avenue, and there was quite a strong wind going across the pitch as well, and it was hard to judge things. So I think we did well, to be honest. I think we did well to go ahead, but when they equalised so soon in the second half, it was a little bit more of them in the second half, and we had to kind of grind out that result really.
Yeah, Carshalton are a team known for passing the ball on the ground, but I thought your boys done well today in terms of restricting that. Was it something that you spoke about pre-game with the boss? Or?
Yeah, obviously we've from your telly we've been watching you, and a bad thing for you but a good thing for us. We've talked about it before, to block the lines and keep it nice and tight so you can't play through us, you've got to go long, and I thought it worked quite well, and I thought we had a couple of chances first half where you didn't clear the ball and we could have scored, but keeper done well, and that was it.
Were the lads digging Jack out for that header in the first half? Because were the lads digging Jack out for the header in the first half? Because from where I was sitting, I thought it was a goal.
Yeah, well, we all said he should have scored. We gave him a bit of stick, but I think he said the ball dropped a bit, which it might have. But I said to him, because I took it, he should have dummied it, and it would have gone in anyway. But yeah, so
yeah. Christian and a lot of the boys stand behind the goal. So from your vantage point, it must have looked quite odd with goal kicks sort of seemingly going launched forwards, and the forwards were kind of winning them like sort of shallow inside the half.
Yeah, definitely. It looked like they were coming further than they were, but they were like ending up sort of almost going back on themselves. Every header we won, you kind of worried that like a player would commit themselves to the header and then the ball would like move in the air. And I know it was a bit worrying, particularly we seemed to be giving away fouls sort of like quite close to the edge of our area and things like that, particularly in the second half. And you know, they were on the ascendancy because they'd scored early on in the second half, whereas we'd finished the first half quite strong. So it was a shame to give away a goal so soon in the first half. I mean, the end of the beginning of the second half, and we had to kind of ride the storm a little bit afterwards. But based on results that have also happened today, it's not the worst case scenario, being that Lewis drew and Cray lost. So whatever happens, we've gained a point on Cray, and we stay in third place and still got a game in hand over Cray. So it's got to get that goal difference going.
Goal scorer Calvin Morath Gibbs. Calvin, was that 2 points dropped or 1 earned today, do you think?
Considering we went 1 up, we look at our 2 points dropped. but taking everything into considerations, conditions, the wind, the pitch, we'll take a point and the other results as well. So we've got to take it in there, and we haven't lost, and we'll go on to next week.
It wasn't a day for football purists, was it, out there? So the wind was catching the ball. It was in the first half we were with the wind, the second half we were against the wind. What's it like to play in conditions like that?
Well, it's really changeable. It changes a lot. When the ball's up in the air, you don't know where it's going to land, so can't judge it. You just got to get something on it. We've done all right, I guess. We tried to play forward as quick as possible, and yeah, we'll take that.
I mean, you say you don't know how to judge it and how to catch it, but your goal was pretty good.
Yeah, funny thing, we've been working on it on Thursday, and second corner it worked. So it's a good ball from Tommy. It's just perfect on my head, so it's a nice goal.
Well, hold on. So you've been working on getting you to score in training? Is that what you're saying?
Much, yeah, I didn't score in training. I came close, so I think that was just a warm up. But yeah, it was it landed on my head, and yeah, clean connection. So I'm happy with that.
Now, the way Calvin Moref-Gibbs told us about this training session was that people were knocking crosses into him to try and score pretty much all session, really. Can you shatter this illusion for us? Because
like I said, it was a set piece designed by Keith, and we worked on it in training. On Thursday, any number of players could have scored over and over again, and I was quite confident today that we were actually going to score from set piece. When it came off, which is why I turned around straight to him and congratulated Keith, sitting over there.
He's busy masterminding his next set piece routine. Look.
Yeah, I mean, it was perfectly executed. It's almost like, you know, it is one of the few positives today when you see something like that coming off, and hopefully we'll be able to. He's got a few more up his sleeve, and we'll be introducing them over the next couple of weeks. So fingers crossed we'll be able to get a few more goals from such situations. Because we've got in Cheadle and in Tommy Bradford, you know, dead ball specialists who can deliver excellent balls into the penalty box. So we've got to make more use of that.